Hey guys, welcome back to Brendan's Garage. We are still working on the old blue Willys fuel tank. That is that Jeep over there, beyond that mess. But anyways, we are working on this gas tank here. Uh, if you've been following along, this started out as a 3D foam buck that we then made chipboard templates for. And now we are to the point where those are done and we have to figure out how to, or how best to, unfold this for bending. We are going to try and do it in as few pieces as we can, but this is a complex shape enough that it definitely won't be one piece by any means. Uh, if anything, the I will do the entire bottom of the tank and be able to do all the internal things I need to do, reinforcements, ribbing, baffles, if you will, uh, and some internal uh, plumbing. And then basically the top will be a cap. So it basically lets me do everything on the inside. And then I can also double weld uh, the inside at that point, which can be nice. I don't know if I'm going to do that on this one, but it is an option. I might do it in a few critical areas and critical corners. But here you can see the next step is basically going through, and this is the day your geometry teacher warned you about. But basically, we go through and we measure every angle on the bottom of the tank, whether or not it'll be bent or not, because I don't really know that yet. So I'm going to just record all the measurements I can. Basically, I just use one of these digital angle finders. They basically just read whatever angle you want. You do a little math and you can come up with included or excluded angle. So that's where we're at now. This was the last template piece that we talked about yesterday, just the top cap template. But you can see there's some things going on. This back section I don't think is going to be too terrible. I would like to have one of the goals. So this is the bottom of the tank. I would like as many of the bottom seams, especially these big long ones like this one, to be folded, not welded, as a priority. Some of these up towards the front, I'm not super worried about that. And we have this pocket here, which with the way these pieces would fold over each other, if you tried to unfold it, you're always going to have seams. So I would rather generally weld outside corner seams than these shallow inside seams. These will look a lot better if they're just bent here. We can do that again here. And then also I don't have to get the torch, TIG torch, if you will, the TIG torch down in this corner as much. So if I can bend most of these inside corners here, this inside corner under here, things like that will take a lot of the welding out of it. This here, oops. So this side here is not, this seam would not be at the same level as this seam. Just so folding those would be challenging. It's not impossible, but it would be challenging to do. I do think the mag brake lets me do more things like that. So I might be able to do things like this piece, and this piece as one and fold these very long seams. I can do things like unfold this whole bottom section out and fold that up on itself, hopefully. Again, that would save some welding. But I think having everything that's down, long, visible will be the ones that I want to prioritize for bending, not welding. Some of these this corner is going to be a little interesting. Just what ones I can and can't do. I believe we will bend this, this, and then it's whether or not we want to bend this back or this down, and whether or not that conflicts with itself when we unfold it. So we'll probably do some paper templates to help us just visualize that before we commit. But essentially what we're going to do is go through and cut certain pieces of tape when this is turned over. So it'll be turned over upside down. We can cut certain pieces of tape and unfold each leg. And hopefully we get a pattern that fits on a 4-foot wide piece of material. I do believe it's a 10-foot long piece of material, so we have some to work with there, but I think the width is going to be the more limiting factor with this one, just to see where everything falls when we do that. So that's going to be the next thing to do on this now that everything's measured up. Oh, I forgot that one. And that one. Those are both 90s, but I will put that on there. So that's where we're at now. Thanks for following along with this. I hope this is interesting. If you have any questions, please let me know. These videos are going pretty well. I think it's interesting that the daily format. I don't. This is kind of crossing into things between vlogging, if you will, and how YouTube long format works. So I like it. It's similar to how I did my build threads, where you get a little bit of content every day. It breaks it down technically so that it's not so much to absorb. If you have questions, please let me know. Like I said, drop a comment down below. I think the subscribing's on this side or that side. There's a bell on this side. I don't know. Do those things and help this channel grow. I hope you like this format. Thanks for following along, and we'll talk to you again tomorrow.